What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and there's going to be some new content that's coming into the game tomorrow. So that's basically what I'm going to make my video about today. There's going to be a new Conquest map that's coming into the game tomorrow. I might put out a little guide on that just to show you guys the rewards. You guys seem to like that last video that I put out about that, so I'm going to see if I can get that done again. There's going to be a new event, off-season event 1. So if you haven't completed the old event, with the Eddie Matthews and all that, by the time that you guys finish up watching this video, you need to get on that. If that's something that interests you, if for me personally, I didn't play that event, so I wasn't too enthralled with the cards that they had, so I didn't play that event. But if you like to do that kind of stuff, sell the cards from the event by just getting the wins, which is a good way to make stubs, to be honest with you. Go ahead and get that done as quickly as you can. They also, with the new event, they're going to release 3 new Signature Series cards. And the choices, they revealed 2 of them. One, we still don't know what it is. So we're going to take some guesses at who that could possibly be. And I'm also going to talk about the 2 choices that they have released. The first choice that they released was Ralph Kiner. He's going to get a Signature Series card. This is the best card they have in the game right now for him. Very good hitter. Very good hitter. 88, 102, 116, 96, 94. His fielding is very bad, though, especially for left field, and his speed is very bad. Like, you could probably put up with something like this at first base, but this kind of speed in the outfield and fielding in the outfield is just like a mess. You would not want to play this card in ranked seasons over 9 innings. He's just not going to be a good defender. You saw this card a lot at the beginning of the game because it was from the XP reward path and it was a good hitter. You might see this card in BR, that kind of thing. But we haven't seen a 6 series card of him yet, obviously. And it was kind of a surprise, just overall commentary. I didn't expect them to pick this one. I'm not sure when they picked this one. That's another question that we really don't have the answer to, when they pick who they're going to pick for these. But, I mean, it'd be interesting to see. We're going to have to see his final numbers to really see how good he's going to be. And I don't think they're going to release that information until tomorrow. The other Signature Series card that we're going to get, I don't even think I have this card because I'm not a huge fan of using this card in general. But I'm interested to see what his stats are going to look like on his 6 series card. This is the other version. They have I didn't even know they had a Cy Young award icon. Regardless, this is Cy Young. This is one of the versions. I think there's another version as well. I could be wrong about that. But, he has 125 stamina, 82, 92, 99 BB per 9. Great HR per 9, but it doesn't matter online anymore. Good clutch. So he has really good control. I swear there was one that had like a screwball as his main pitch too. 97 break, not a lot of velocity. Fastball, 12-6 curveball. A slurve, like it's between a slider and a curve, like a slurve, a changeup, and then he does have that screwball. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else that has the screwball first, like Christy Mathewson or something like that. I think that's who I'm thinking of. But this should be, it'd be interesting to see what his per 9s would be. I'm not particularly a huge fan of using this card. But then again, I just like his motion is, I don't know. The old-timey motions, I really, really don't like. But then again, I'm extremely picky when it comes to the pitcher motions. I don't like very long motions, especially out of the windup where it takes forever to go down to the line and go back up to the hoop. I'm not a fan of those at all. And then there's even motions that you might think are pretty good that I just don't like. I like the quickest motions possible. I like throwing from the stretch. Cy Young's is okay. Like, he kind of, there's a release point when he has the ball over his head that I can kind of time it. So I guess I'm kind of interested to see what this one could be. How this will be. We'll have to see the H per 9 and K per 9s. Like, let's say he has 120 H per 9 and 110 K per 9 or something like that with crazy control. Then it's like, all right, well now I'm interested. Because that's probably a pretty good card to use. I've been trying out a lot of different pitching cards as well. And we're also going to take some guesses here at who the possible mystery signature series card could be. But yeah, so I've been trying out some different pitchers. I've been trying to lab out some different pitchers just because I really, I've been trying out this AJ Burnett. He's really not too bad. He's got 88 100. His control's okay. He's got like a really good motion. He throws absolute gas down. It's a good break. He throws like almost like 100 miles an hour. He's got the sinker, the slider, the changeup, and a knuckle curve. It's too bad the knuckle curve is as high as it is, but he's really not that bad. And if you're looking for somebody that just doesn't cost like anything, like he's probably like 5,000 stubs, so he really costs like nothing. You can go get him for very, very cheap. The other one I've been using to lab out is this Roy Oswald. And just even looking at his H-9 and K-9 now, they're really bad. His control is good, though. And he has a good pitch set. And he has a good motion from both the windup and the stretch. So I do like using him. But, Cy Young could easily replace one of these two guys. I still have other guys, like, Bob Gibson, who is still pretty damn good. For whatever reason, I just don't like using him because of his motion that much. Don't use Nolan Ryan anymore just because the pitch set isn't very good and he's so inaccurate. If you ever face this card, just take pitches the whole game. You're gonna knock him out quickly because he's not gonna be able to throw consistent strikes. This card just beats itself. That's basically what happens when you see the Nolan Ryan card. It just beats itself. You don't have to worry about him throwing like a ton of innings. You just take pitches versus him and you'll be all right. James Paxton on paper should be really good, but it's kind of the same problem as the AJ Burnett card. The knuckle curve being a second pitch sucks because the best pitches in the game are like the cutters, the sinkers, and the sliders. Those are honestly the best pitches. And the cutters, the sinkers, the sliders, the changeups, the splitters, those are the best pitches. They're kind of hard, but they have movement. They're not perfectly straight like a fastball. And those are the best pitches. The curveballs really aren't that good of a pitch because it's so slow. And it's just, for a long time, I used to love curveballs, and I'd hear Cardinal Bird talking about how curveballs suck. And I really, honestly, I get it now. I get it. Like the curveball does kind of suck. Like you really want something that breaks in, breaks away, or it's a changeup so it looks like a fastball and they get on top of it and hit it into the ground. Like I love throwing changeups now. It's like one of my favorite pitches to throw, honestly. But back to this Paxton, it's just like, 112.92. His motion's just a little funky. Like, this card should be really, really good, but it's just a little bit off. I don't know how to explain it. If you've used this card, it's not that expensive to go and get this card, by the way. Like, you can probably get this collection done pretty easily. So it's not that expensive if you want to try him out. It's worth trying out. And then you still have, you have the Adam Wainwright Sig. It's kind of like an Oswald, to be honest with you. When we look at their stats like back to back, but look where his pitch set, he does have that sinker as his first pitch, which is really, really nice. Now, we still haven't seen a Vida Blue signature series. He doesn't have that slider, which really, really hurts him. He's got good per nines, but he just doesn't have that slider, which really hurts. We haven't seen an Oral Hershiser signature series. This is by far the card I hope more than anything this is the card that gets the mystery signature series reward tomorrow. There's a lot of different options they could have for the signature series. There's still a lot of cards that could come out for the signature series, but we're just kind of running out of time. I don't know how many more times they're going to put new cards into the game. But, the 94, 84, I want to put him back in my rotation right now. If they gave him, a little bit more control and boosted per nines, he's got the sinker, the cutter, the curveball, the changeup. He's got it all. Imagine even if that changeup was switched with the curveball. Still love pitching with Oral Hershiser. I'm going to put him back in my rotation right now. And, I'm just going to, sell one of these other cards. But, yeah, that is the card I really, really hope we get is a 6 series. Oral Hershiser. You still don't have a signature series. Mike Scott. You get him from the Astros collection. He was not very good this year for whatever reason. I think he was better in previous years. We do have one from Marichal. I don't like pitching with Marichal. That his motion is just too messed up. I don't know. I don't think we have one for this Hal Newhouser. Again, he doesn't have a slider. Not the greatest motion. We don't have one for Brett Saberhagen. I would be cool with Brett Saberhagen just because he's got the classic pitches. He'd need like some serious boosted per nines though. Even as a Royals fan, I'd much rather have the Oral Hershiser. So that's kind of who I'm hoping for. I don't know if we have a Sig Series Cliff Lee, to be honest with you. I haven't thought about that much, but I don't think we have a Sig Series Cliff Lee. That two seam it kind of works like a slider. That's kind of what a two seam does. It's just not the same though. We haven't seen one for Warren Spahn either, but I'm not really a big fan of Warren Spahn. His motion takes forever. We haven't seen one for Johnny Cueto either, which would be really cool, but he needs to have like some sort of a sinker. I don't even remember if he throws one or not, to be honest with you, but it would be nice to have that if he did. So those are just some of the pitchers that I have off the top of my head. You know, we could still see a Sig Series Andrew Jones. There's a lot. You know, even the relief pitchers like Fernando Rodney doesn't have one. We'll take a quick look at the community market and who doesn't have one before we wrap up this video. But yeah, there's still some possibilities of who we might get. You know, I just really want that Oral Hershiser. Let's skip to I don't know, 94 overall, because all those other cards are gonna be above it. AJ Burnett, no one's even. So AJ Burnett's gonna cost you like $8K, but you could probably put in an order and get it for cheaper than that. You can still get a 6 series at like a lot higher than that, huh? We haven't seen a Mattingly 6 series. Why is that card going for so much? That's crazy. I think people just have so many stubs at this point in time. We haven't seen an Eric Davis 6 series. That vision is just too low. He's got a crazy swing though. This card used to go for a lot for some reason, but the vision's so low. You can't use 49 vision on like higher difficulties. You just can't. I'm working on getting this Vlad 6 series. This isn't a 6 series, obviously, but I'm working on getting that done. I have some more missions I got to finish up for that. Don't think we've seen an Arrieta 6 series. He wouldn't be too bad, honestly. He's always been pretty good. Let's see here. Trying to get through this fast. Haven't seen a Joe Torre 6 series. That's a possibility. We also haven't seen like a Mookie Betts 6 series, which I think could be possible and happening. Who else? And I also went over on the channel. They were talking about. I think there's a chance there's like a, let's say it at 25%. There's a 25% chance that they might release more finest cards. 25% chance. My last video was about who I'd like to see them do that. I gave out just kind of like who would be the best in the game. If you go through the comment section on that video, I think it's like his name was like Ethan Weiss or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. That's my bad. But he went through and gave us who basically should be getting one based off the stats. So if you want to go up with mine, I'm kind of like off who would be like really good with the animations and all the MLB The Show stuff. There's that there. And if you want to go off of Ethan's stuff, or he has all the stats. I'm not as great at the stats IRL as I am just like talking about how things are going to go in the game. So that's something to think about there. So we do have. I remember talking about like him getting a finest card. He does have one with the catcher position too. Some of these cards, there's so many cards this year because the content's been so amazing that I forget some of them. I know this is a really popular one that we might get to. There's definitely a chance we get a 6 series Andrew Jones tomorrow, a high chance, because Daddy Dimu's been pushing for him, and I think there's definitely a chance for him to get him because they know he's highly requested right now. That's what kind of like. I don't like to ever be negative about the game or anything, but especially like content, but the Kiner and the Young, I just don't think. I I think people would have, like I would have much rather seen like a 6 series bets or something like that over the Kiner. I don't know. It's just I don't know how you guys feel about it. We haven't seen a 6 series Rob Dibble. He's pretty much maxed out for what he can be though. I don't know. What are you gonna give him? Like more 8s/9 or something? He's pretty much maxed out. More control. So I don't know if we'd see him, but yeah, those are just some other ideas on who it could possibly be. I know this is kind of a short video. I really want to get back to making some gameplay videos. That's going to happen real soon. I got something lined up this week. Going to try to do some more collab videos. I'm going to have more of a hitting to this video. Played in a tournament this weekend, the Young Guns tournament, which was really, really fun. So we had a lot of this, I just came out of that video on like the top players in the community, like who they are. Like there's definitely some matchups in that had those players. That was fun. This weekend I will be playing in the tournament and most likely streaming it on Saturday. So if you want to follow me on Twitch over at Movie Gaming TV, you can do that. But I'm definitely going to be in a tournament on Saturday. I know I definitely want to put up some more gameplay videos just because like we can talk about this content. I can talk about different stuff like, top 5 lists and stuff like that. But it just feels like I'd rather almost play the game. I don't know. Just let me know down in the comments section below what kind of videos you guys would like to see. Just so I can get some kind of a, an idea of what to, what you guys are liking, not liking, all that kind of stuff. What you guys want to see from the channel with the game, That'll give me some better ideas. That just always helps. If just any kind of idea, any kind of thought you have on that, just let me know. That helps me out, and I'll try to always come up with stuff on my own. But I'm just saying that really helps me out. If you guys have any suggestions there, if you guys want to click like one of these videos, like here, and here, like if you want to like the video, subscribe, do that. But I think what really helps me, I'm just kind of seeing if it helps out the videos. Just you guys want to just click another one of the videos, watch it for like 5 minutes or so. That would really help me out. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.